Okay, Jade, I'll have you bait take. Pretty much, it's just stay on him. There's really no mechanics for the main tank. Off tank really doesn't have a bunch of shit to do either, so it'll be easy for me to call out that way. Uh, Once you get him to 59%, he transitions into the phase, and we get to God, because that's pretty much the ultimate goal in this first part. Once we get to the second part, he'll pretty much attack us. Once he attacks us, pretty much fall off the edge so we can reset, and then maybe he'll let me set up markers for the second part. First part's not overly tough. He does crap that he does in normal, Throwing Thunder, Blizzard Blitz, Flagrant Fire, and with the statues. We should only get to the first statue. If we get to the second statue, it's not detrimental. But the third statue's a no-go. I don't want to explain that one. Uh, Really, the hyperdrive is a tank buster that used to require tank swap. It doesn't anymore. Just don't stand anywhere near the tank. The radius is medium, I'd say. You will do something called mana charge, which he'll save up 2 abilities and then do them during mana release. So you have to remember what he did. But I can call that out, so it's not going to be too bad. Really, the only thing with the first statue that you have to be worried about is if you have a tether, you have to run to the north side of the arena towards the statue because it will knock you back. You don't have to worry about doing the stack marker mechanic because we're too high level, it won't kill you. If you get hit by any AoEs, it doesn't do a considerable amount of damage, it just gives damage down, so it'll just take longer to get them to the second phase. The second phase is the one that requires a hell of a lot more explanation just due to the lengthy mechanics and that crap of the first part. It is really simple. So we can pull whenever you're ready. And as with most raid boss stuff, it's just easier just if everyone just stays on his ass. Here's the first one. Big fire, spread out. Again. And go to a safe area. First graven image, he's going to do with the orb. And he spread, move to the sides, back to the center. You have the tether, north. Gotta get behind this back here. Okay, so stand in an intersection area. And inside. So when he releases it, you're going to stand in an intersection area out of the AoE. And wait to see what side that's going to be on. Okay, move towards the orb. Now when you get knocked back,
Oh.
You don't want to be intersecting inside. And good job. We only seen very little of that. We hit him, he hit us, just went up the edge. Let me see if I accidentally put up weight marker this time.
That's wild. That does not bode well for the difficulty of this. After like 5 more wipes, they just give you the clear. It's like, ah, yeah, fuck it, dude. I don't want to put you through this.
No, it should have been 20% from the moment we start because it's an old raid. Next patch it should maybe go to 25. And those are just guesstimates. Those are just for me to be able to call out where to go for trying. Okay. When you tank him, try to tank him in an intersecting area, like all the way at A. That should work for now. Sometimes we might have to move him. The first mechanic we come across is a Heartless Angel. It just lowers everyone down to 1 HP. Nothing too bad. Steal up. Ultima's right after that. The first main mechanic we're going to encounter is Celestiad, where he does all 3 of his elemental attacks at once. So if you take him at A, Blizzard Blitz will do the point blank around him first. Throbbing Thunder will be up. It'll just be a big T in there. So right after Heartless Angel, the healers can come up to where the tanks are. Because the tanks will be going towards 2, because one of the healers will be getting a stack marker. So we'll stack outside of the first Blizzard Blitz. Once that goes off, then everybody can move in. The tanks and the healers will still be together. The rest of the DPS need to spread out inside that area away from people, because that's their part of Flagrant Fire. They'll get their own individual AoEs. So just don't be stacked for that. But there'll be enough room where he's pulled. The next mechanic after that is going to be Forsaken. 3 towers or 3 soak towers will appear in the middle. The healers will go in the middle one, and they'll just stay there the entire time. They don't need to move. It'll be pretty much right under Kefka. The tanks will just be slightly north of that. Once the towers go off, the tanks will move in to where the healers are. Each DPS will get a head. We need 2 people in each of the side towers. If your head appears in the upper right, you'll go to the upper left tower. And that's pretty much the same for every DPS. If you get upper left, you go to upper right. If you get lower left, You go to lower right, so on and so forth. Right before Forsaken starts, everyone needs to be topped off before Heartless Archangel finishes casting. If you're not at full HP, you'll get a debuff that lasts 12 seconds where you cannot be cured. If you're at full HP, it only lasts 4 seconds. And with only being at 1 HP during that, you won't have the health to survive it if you get the 12-second debuff. So if the DPS is in the right area, the heads will keep going towards them. It shouldn't intersect the center area where the other 4 are standing. When the heads get closer and the debuff wears off, you get a little bit of cure, pull the head out a little bit, and then you'll run into it to explode it. They'll start glowing. That's your last chance to pop them. If you don't pop them, everyone gets hit with damage, and it may or may not. Oh, you haven't experienced what Light's Rampance is in this one. That's Forsaken too. He'll do that attack twice. So it's the same thing repeating. After that, he'll do Wings of Destruction. Wings of Destruction has 2 different things that can happen. If only one is lit up, he'll cleave that entire half of the map. So you want to be on the opposite side. So Shido's familiar with wings. If both wings are lit up, it's going to target the furthest player and the farthest player away with a very big AoE. So Jaden will be the closest person on there as a tank. Everyone else should be right behind him at max melee range. My job is to go be the furthest person away from everybody else. So he'll be right on the hitbox. If everyone else is just slightly south of the hitbox, then you shouldn't get hit by it. And that's it for that one. Ultimate Embrace is a shared tank buster. And Hyperdrive now does a heavy bleed on it, but it's still survivable without a tank swap at this level. Okay, Forsaken 2. If DPS is really extremely good, you can generally beat him before that even goes off. But since how everybody's learning, I'm going to probably have to explain it because I haven't been in a party that had been able to skip it. So when that starts, Kefka will go to the center. The 2 ranged people need to go all the way to the outside, roughly where B and D are, because they are going to bait puddles. As soon as one puddle drops, you move out to the very outside of it, going around the circle up towards where A is. There'll be a 4-person soak tower up there. So the ranged people will just drop their puddles going along the outside, and then they'll be right at the tower part where they need to be. The melee DPS will just be slightly north of Kefka, and they will get 5 separate meteor markers. You bait the first one north of him, and then you'll move around him in a circle, just being right outside where the first one drops, and you'll go right around Kefka in a circle, so that when the 5th one drops, you'll be back north, and you guys can run into your part of the tower. All 4 DPS should be up there at roughly the same time. As soon as that tower goes off, one of the DPS will be hit with a stack marker. All 4 DPS should start to run down towards B because that's where the tanks will be. Let's try to stay together. Okay, tanks will be on the B side, healers will be on the D side. During that mechanic, 2 more towers will appear. Both tanks and healers will grab their respective tower on the sides. Once that goes off, tanks and healers will go to the respective sides on the outside, down to about this outer ring area. You will start casting either a past or future attack. Future will cleave everything in front of him. Past will cleave everything behind him. He will summon 3 clones, and they will all jump to either a tank or a healer, and you have very little time to position him. If you cast Past, you need to move slightly in so that it turns him so that he's facing out, so all his cleaves go out. And if it's future, once he jumps, you pretty much just stay there until he starts casting all that remains. Once he starts casting all that remains, that locks it in. Right after he's locked in, 2 more towers will appear on each side, on the outer and then inner. Tanks and healers will just move north and get their outer towers, and then they'll move in to get their inner towers. Before the inner tower goes off, the DPS should all be down there for their stack marker, and then it can just resume the fight from there. That is the hardest mechanic in this fight, because every person has something they need to do, and I can't call out where everyone's at the moment. If you're melee DPS and you're all the way down here between 3, C, and 4, you've gone way too far. You just need to move right outside that meteor marker and go around them in a circle. Because last time I did this, I don't know who it was, but they were running down here dropping meteors on all the tanks and healers. Right after that, he goes into Trine with a single Wings of Destruction. And it drops a lot of triangles. You just have to watch the order and move around them and not in the half that it's in, but I can call that out with all these markers. The part of Trine that explodes are the tips of the triangles. So you don't want to, it just won't be standing in that. But that's the easy one. Big Trine will happen later, but that's easy to call out too. But it's really just the Forsaken ones that make this fight pretty unbearable. It's light ramp, it's extreme, pretty much. We could go ahead and pull it. I'll call it out. If people have any questions, go ahead and ask.
Yeah, fuck it. Me. I'll make it a goddamn fact. Yeah. I only floor tank with the best.
Keep moving back towards the center now. Yeah. Ooh.
There's a photo finish on who died first there, not gonna lie. So the DPS with the whatever towers go to the opposite side, and then after the heads pass the towers, then they intersect, or then they touch them, or
No, yeah. You pretty much you go to the opposite tower that your head spawns on. There's many ways to do this. I just found that one the easiest.
Mhm.
That way you have the time to move.
Mhm.
Once the towers go off, then you can exit the tower and kind of drag your head out a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And then once they start glowing is usually when I pop them, but you can pop them earlier, provided they're not around people.
Right. Okay.
So after Celestiad goes off, Jada, let's pull it back to the sitter. I think that'll be easier to try to position for that one. Celestiad's the one where we stack and have to dodge Blizzard Blitz and all that other stuff. So after that, we can pull him back to the center just for that. So yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to separate from everyone, but then everybody else moved center too. Oh no. I was trying to adjust around Rogan because he stayed on the same tower that the thing spawned on. Yeah.
I'm safe if you made it through. It could all be freed. I'm surprised you had one so soon. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh!
get away from Jaden. We can kind of get out of it at this level.
Oh, Jaden, look out. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, dude. Oh, my God.
Okay, well this is fine. Let's see what's gonna happen. Alright, so 4. Go off center. And another double wing to disruption. Okay, once he jumps, get behind him. Alright. An embrace or tank buster, everyone wave. Hyperdrive.
Oh, another one.
Yep, this is the big, nasty one.
I definitely fucked it. I definitely fucked it.
Yeah, that's the one that takes the most practice. Well, the first one's turning out nice, so.
Wait, can you re-explain that that nasty one again? Because I kind of zoned out the first time you explained it. So the DPS are gonna get those little markers, and then they go to towards the, I guess, the cardinals, and drop the puddles out from there, and then there's gonna be a stack after on the healers, right?
No, so when
Or-
you
Okay.
puddles, you stand on the outside of the puddle going towards north.
Okay.
So you're just going around the circle towards north, just because you'll drop like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you'll get a red thing above your head. I try to position him in the center more. Because it's the people that are furthest out that get marked with those. But even if you don't get marked with them, it's only the DPS that get them. So if you have one of the red markers, you go to D or B and then just work your way north. The other two will just kind of stay around the center, which I was trying to get him back to, but if he's not right there, you just have 5 meteors total. So you just pretty much just go around the center of the arena. Yes, the one up north you do. It's a 4-person one, so all DPS. After you bait them all the way north, 2's already up there, and if you circle around, starting north and circle all the way around after the 5th one drops, you'll be north again. So you'll all be right next to it.
No! It's completely my bad. I walked too close to that head.
Okay, close to 2. Thanks for guiding, so when he jumps, make sure you're in front of him. Pressure. Okay, the 2 range people go to D and D. Jaden, we're over here. We get north of them.
Oh no.
Okay, Future's in. Make sure he's facing out. Okay, all things ending. Now go to your towers.
I fucked it so hard. Yeah.
Oh, that takes forever, or not really forever to learn, but it's not. I don't know, he's 9%, Jaden, we may be able to do it. Alright, right side. Ooh, big trine. Let's see what he does. Alright, small circle in there. Run to 2, or at 1. And Future's remembered, so once he jumps, get behind him. Avoid the destruction. So close.
Fade out.
Do the melees go like all the way over to B, or like close to B and D, or do they stay like on the boss though?
Melee can stay on the box, circle, and then
Yeah, when that mechanic starts, the two melees should be north of them, so towards A. And then you drop the first one, and then just go around them in a circle. But when the fifth one drops.
I believe in Jaden. He's got this in the bag. Disappointing yet again. Once again, a disappointment, Jaden.
No, Rogan, the DPS that don't get a puddle, they go north of him because you're going to get meteor markers, and you'll drop 5 of them.
Pretty counterintuitive. At the stack marker at north, that was me not grouping. I was on the wrong meteor, or I was on the wrong tower. Yeah.
Could also be the Kefka clothes. If they're not faced right, there's 4 of them, and they all do the same thing. So if one's not faced right, it'll still cleave the entire arena.
So, Rogan and I stand north of Kefka, go around in a circle, then meet at north, and then we take the... Okay. Okay. Yes. I've mastered the fight.
okay, so you should have done that.
Okay, well, I didn't say that.
You said
I'm... This is a parse for me. I'm limit testing. I'm greeting. Doesn't even apply here because it's a Friday. Come on, Jaden.
Now we're quoting Street Fighter. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm not hating on it. It was a good movie.
I didn't think you'd be so passionate about the Street Fighter movie. What the hell? It is what it is. That's just maximally unfortunate, man.
I guess.
I want to say natural selection, but I should have died there if it was actual selection.
Everybody else can get south and destruction, get away from Jaden.
Got him ready.
side towards 4B. It's gonna disintegrate. Now move north.
Oh,
Take a destruction. When he jumps, get behind him. Great tank buster. Take the drive. Okay, go out to the edge. Stay puddled. And really, whoever has them. Okay,
Not me.
Futures in. Jaden out here. Face them outwards. Okay, go to the
oh, I'm
meteor.
gone.
Power
Farewell,
out.
gamers. Oh, wait, no, I'm not gone. Now I'm gone. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
That's okay, he's gonna die this time.
God, I really am just definitively the best person out of all the DPS. That's crazy. Oh shit. Well, just like you ordered, Ixie, not a single death there. Yeah, I'm kind of insane, I know. No deaths whatsoever. Fucking easy. Fucking easy. He dropped the minion.
Yeah, it drops a minion just like normal.
Yo, wait, this I'm not even gonna cap. This armor looks kinda nice. Shit. Oh, I might as well need on the coffer. I rolled an 11.
I really don't get
I guess if you want the diamond weapon, it's like, yeah, those all look shit.
Give me that cat for a second. I'll be right back.
Am I gonna clutch with the 60 on the mount? Am I gonna clutch with the 60 on the mount?
6. Why am I even sitting here and waiting?
Just need on it.
I just need on it, yeah. I needed on it. I didn't want to. Dude, you should have greeted. What the hell? Oh wait, no. Rogan got a higher roll anyway. God, Rogan beat her by 1. That's so depressing.
Per usual.
That's so depressing.